It's early morning at the park, and Alison is preparing for a rescue mission following a call from the RSPCA in Essex yesterday. They intervened after discovering marmoset Tik Tok had been purchased to promote the owner as an influencer, and after discussions, the tiny primate was signed over.
I've been told it's a boy. I'm prepared to get a girl or a boy, who knows what it's going to be. But I've seen the photographs, and indeed it's a tiny infant marmoset. The only reason that I can even jump in the car early doors and go and collect this marmoset is because it's so young. I can probably give it to one of our rehabilitated pairs and they'll adopt it. So upside, downside, tragic orphan baby for no reason being sold into the pet trade, we might be able to fix it. We'll have to keep our fingers crossed and hope little Tik Tok is a strong character who wants to live, because he's very vulnerable right now.
It's been several months since the UK government announced a bill to end the trade in primates as pets in England. But this is still going through Parliament, and for now, the trade continues, pushing the park to its limits. Alison is constantly being asked to rehome unwanted or neglected monkeys, some by owners who simply don't know how to look after them. The park already houses 37 marmosets, and there are more than 80 on the waiting list. Youngster Tik Tok is another example of why the change in the law can't come soon enough.
Fingers crossed. Until we get there and look at the marmoset, I really don't know a whole lot about it. It would appear to be in, generally speaking, good health, but it's been removed from its parents prematurely. It still should be nursing from its mother, so that's a shame, and it will be at high risk for metabolic bone disease or rickets.
We've given her the cuddly toy overnight, and it's fallen in love with a unicorn.
The marmoset has been looked after overnight by local vet Robert Lees.
Hey, little one. Oh, tiny. 6 months less, maybe only 5 months.
Wow. The vet is well aware of the problems caused by unscrupulous dealers in the pet trade.
I think it's all about money, really, at the end of the day, the pet trade. So this one, what we were told, went for £2,000. So that's probably £1,000 more than the actual price of them in the pet trade.
Look at what I've got.
Alison tries a bit of bribery to gain the marmoset's trust.
Oh, should we come down a little bit? Come down here. Look. Look. It's going to be good. You want it.
It seems to work. Excellent. Tik Tok has a taste for waxworms.
Is there anything else that you can tell us about him? What did you feed him overnight?
He had a choice of celery, apple. He had some pepper, and he had a little bit of pork.
Oh, yes. So you've had a good breakfast full of sugar and protein. Nice one, little one, huh?
Alison isn't 100% sure about Tik Tok's sex.
Are you a girl or a boy, hey? I think it might be a boy.
But her biggest concern right now is how they're going to get the tiny but agile monkey from its temporary cage into the travel box.
Yeah, this cage. I don't know how well behaved you're gonna be.
The emergency cage, which has been Tik Tok's home for the last 12 hours, doesn't have a hatch that can marry up to the travel box.
I might be able to get him to go in the box by showing him waxworms. Are you watching what I'm doing? It's all going in the bowl. Okay?
Alison is concerned Tik Tok could make a run for it once the cage door is ajar.
Come this way, come this way, come this way. Okay, down, down. Good.
Almost professional.
What are you saying?
Job done. The lure of waxworms proves too much. The marmoset is safe and secure inside the travel box.
I think it's a good thing that we came early doors, got here as quick as we could to sort him out, but mainly for him, we'll get him back to the park ASAP and alongside of those adults who will hopefully adopt him. I'm very hopeful. He's cute as a button and young. Hopefully for TikTok, this will be the start of a new life for him, a new chapter.
With the marmoset now settled and tucking into some treats, Alison is keen to get him to the park. It's a 3.5-hour drive to Dorset, where the Small Monkeys team are waiting to welcome the new arrival. It's been a busy day at the Marmoset complex as they prepare for Alison's return from a rescue mission, with yet another small primate from the pet trade. Primate care team member Charlie has been arranging a bedroom for the new arrival, a baby called Tik Tok. Alison thinks the marmoset is between 5 and 6 months old, so he'll need a foster parent to help him settle in and learn natural marmoset behaviours.
The initial plan will be to mix him with Clydie, because Clydie has actually adopted babies in the past, including Amy and Caesar. So the first thing we're going to do is get him in, get him settled. I set up a room next to Clydie and Ronnie, which will be hopefully his new parents. And I'm just baby-proofing the room at the minute. So because he is very tiny, he won't be able to make the leaps that the adult monkeys can. So I'm just going to put more branching in, some more perching, and just make everything a bit more accessible.
Clydie has been at the park for 8 years and was rescued from appalling conditions. She was found living with a male marmoset in a filthy birdcage, had a tight collar round her neck and was used for breeding. Clydie's rehabilitation has been remarkable, and she's become an excellent foster mum to young rescued marmosets.
She kind of has that innate kind of behaviour already installed in her that she sees a baby and she thinks she should pick it up and look after it. So that's a much better way for this monkey to kind of learn to be an actual marmoset rather than us having to look after him and rear him. If we can get an actual marmoset to do it for us, it'll be so much better for him in the long term.
Hello, Charlie.
After a 200-mile return journey, Alison arrives back at the park with Tik Tok.
Hi, sweet pea. Hi, you. It's okay. He's been ravenous. I think he hasn't eaten well in the last few days, if not longer, so I'm really pleased to try and get some good nutrition and fluids into him.
The bedroom is ready, and Alison is keen to get the young marmoset settled in. Then she and the team can observe him fully in suitable surroundings. First, Charlie takes the opportunity to weigh him.
2.25.
Subtracting the weight of the box, Tik Tok weighs just 110 grams, suggesting his age is indeed around 6 months. Alison places the travel box into the bedroom, and Charlie slowly lifts the slide to let Tik Tok into his new home.
Hi, you. Good boy. I know, it's an awful big room. Look behind you.
He soon begins exploring, and the other marmoset residents start to take an interest, particularly Clydie.
He moves well. He's calling and clearly is interested in everybody. The belly's looking sort of full right now. Oh, there's another plop. And the feces are now moving, so that's good.
Well, he's eating, he can't be that worried.
Alison and Charlie are pleased the young marmoset doesn't appear overstressed by his new surroundings. He's making all the right vocalizations, but what he really needs is a companion, and ideally a foster parent.
I don't know, TikTok's just looking sort of tiny and sad on his own. And Clydie's sitting here like looking at us like I'm ready to go. So if Charlie can get Ronnie to step outside, we'll shut him off and let Clydie through to see where we are. If they are obviously good together and bed down together, then that would be a nice thing for him, and then we could bring Ronnie in tomorrow.
Charlie opens the slide between the two bedrooms and potential foster mum Clydie rushes through. There are lots of vocalisations as Tik Tok gradually approaches the adult. As he gets closer, the youngster makes baby calls.
There you go. That's the baby call.
Clydie is definitely interested in the little marmoset, but she's being calm and patient. It pays off. Within minutes, Tik Tok summons up the courage to climb aboard his surrogate mum. Clydie's soon carrying him everywhere.
I think we've got a good adoption, but we're only partway there now, so they have to settle down and be happy together. He's really calm and they're face to face. She's still a little bit like, her hands are full. And then tomorrow get Ronnie in so that the family group's complete.
It's early days, but the signs are positive. Tik Tok may well have a family and a bright future to look forward to. This morning, Alison's preparing to leave on yet another rescue operation resulting from the UK's primate pet trade. And today's mission is one of the most upsetting she's had to deal with.
Today's really not a good day. It's a nightmare, actually. One of the, again, I feel like a Groundhog Day. One of the worst cases I've sort of heard about. But last week, I was sent a video clip of a male marmoset from the pet trade, and the video clip is absolutely horrific. It's heartbreaking. It can bring tears to my eyes. This poor male marmoset was on the floor, sort of unable to lift its head up, trying to eat some mealworms, and just clearly ricketed with bending, broken limbs, and in terrible, terrible condition.
The video was sent to Alison by the RSPCA, who were concerned about a pair of marmosets living in a house in Devon. The male marmoset in the video was taken to a vet by its owners, but didn't survive. The health of his female partner is unknown.
Where we are today is that a police warrant was sworn last week for the female marmoset, for us to enter the premises, well, for the police to enter the premises and give access to RSPCA and myself to go in and check and potentially seize the female marmoset, but also to see if we can find and locate the body of the dead male.
After seeing the footage of the male, called Pablo, Alison wants to do what she can to help the female. This morning, she's heading to Torquay to link up with the police and the RSPCA. It's a 2-hour drive to the town on the English Riviera. The warrants have been issued and all parties involved are meeting for a brief discussion at the police station.
Just trying to work out a plan, really, to make sure that it goes smoothly for the marmoset. There's also a dog at the property. And obviously, this is somebody's home, so we're going to be as respectful as possible.
It's a short drive to the owner's house, where police officers gain entry. After a brief chat, Alison is allowed in.
Hey, little girl.
And gets her first look at the female marmoset. It's being kept in a cage in the family's lounge with no outside access. But it does have fresh food and clean water within easy reach. The owner doesn't want to appear on camera, but is happy to talk to Alison.
How much did you pay for him?
I rescued them.
Oh, okay. Where did you get them from?
The both of them, I rescued them from a house where they wasn't being looked after, so we took them to see I wasn't doing a good enough job. Didn't know much about them either, so.
Yeah, he took them on. And now you've got all of this going down.
Yeah.
The man has been looking after the pair for about a year. The female marmoset is called Carly and is extremely nervous. Pablo, the male, is buried in the back garden. An RSPCA officer exhumes the body so it can be sent for a post-mortem.
It's the body of the male marmoset that died, as far as we can make out, around about 5 weeks ago. So that'll now go for veterinary examination to see what it was suffering from.
It's a tragic situation, but Alison's focus is on the welfare of Carly. The police are there to confiscate her, but Alison is hopeful she can persuade the marmoset's owner to sign her over to Monkey World. At the domestic marmoset house, the team are preparing a bedroom for the potential new arrival, who could turn up within hours. They're waiting for news from Devon, where Alison is trying to persuade the owner of a female marmoset to sign her over to the care of Monkey World.
We'll need to prepare the facilities we've got here depending on how bad of a state this female is in. It could be that she's all right condition-wise and isn't as bad as the male, in which case she can go into a normal marmoset bedroom. But if she's anything like him and has rickets anywhere near as severe as he does, we will probably not be able to put her into a normal marmoset bedroom. She will probably have to go into a smaller birdcage type scenario for at least a week or two, while we flood her with vitamin D3 and try and build her up and try and undo what damage we can.
It's good news. The owner has agreed to sign over the surviving female marmoset, called Carly, to Alison. He understands Carly will get all the specialist care and attention she needs at the park, something he can't provide.
I'm going to try and get Carly to walk into the box by scattering around some grapes and things and some waxworms. Are you watching, missus? Look. Oh, so tasty.
But persuading the nervous little monkey into the travel crate is going to be a challenge.
Good girl. Come on, then.
Alison draws the curtains to help keep Carly calm. She tries to entice her into the box with waxworms.
I know. I wasn't fibbing. I got loads more.
But the female marmoset isn't convinced.
Well, she doesn't seem to want to be brave enough quite to walk in.
There's only one thing for it. Alison reaches in and quickly grabs her.
Yeah, I put a glove on. I've learned that lesson before. Basically, she's saying, no, I don't want to go in the box, because she knew that something was up. And in the end, you can offer them the opportunity, but at some point it becomes more stressful when you're stalking them with your box and your waxworm. So sort of a judgment call at what point that you finally just say, get it done, quick, over, and now she's calm in the box and she's got a soft blanket in there and some food, and we have water bottle for her outside, so.
Carly appears to be in reasonable condition, so could soon have the opportunity to bond with a new mate.
She's looking pretty good to me. I think she does need that D3, but other than that, we'll get her going, and potentially we'll check her feces, because our veterinarians can do that in-house for parasites. And if she's all healthy, then she'll meet Comet probably tomorrow. So, yeah. And hopefully she'll have a better attitude with him than she did me. Yeah.
With the paperwork signed and sealed, Alison is keen to get back to the park so Carly can settle in.
They actually signed her over to me, so I'm now Callie's new guardian. It's really good for her. Now we just have to make sure that she's fit and healthy and has a long life ahead of her.
After a long and stressful day, Alison has arrived back at the park from Devon with female marmoset Carly. Primate care staff are on hand and have prepared a bedroom for the new arrival.
All right, you're okay. Just set her down for a second.
Steph has organised a selection of food for Carly to choose from.
So I put a smattering of bugs in and just a couple of bits of grape and a couple of things. I want to overload her, and then I can always hand feed her a few bits.
Yeah, she likes crickets and mealworms.
Right, is everyone happy?
I think so.
Pop her in.
The marmoset needs to be tested for parasites and given an all-over health check before she can mix with others living in the house. Until then, she'll be in a bedroom on her own, but able to see and hear her neighbours.
Here we go. Hi. Hi there.
Come on, Polly.
Carly is slow to emerge, despite the enticement of waxworms.
It's okay.
I know, tops.
Feisty pants.
She makes constant frightened vocalisations as she begins to explore her new surroundings.
So she's feeling very feisty. She's wasted no time in telling us off for the situation, all these new people in this new place. Yeah, she looks pretty typical pet trade monkey. She's quite bright in her face and she's quite sort of active. Bit of trembling in the arms and legs. Could just be nerves because she's literally just moved into this scary new building with all these new faces and things she doesn't know. But it could also be from lack of moving on natural perching and not being able to climb about as much as she should be able to. Looks like a bit of a hunched spine there. There looks like a kink at the top of the back there, which would indicate rickets, which common pet trade issue. But yeah, we'll closely monitor over the next day or two, make sure we get some faecal samples so we can give her the all clear there, and just see what else we notice with her.
The team are happy to just observe until she calms down.
She's already gone into Steph's bed up there rather than her own, so I think she'll settle in just fine.
The park's vet nurse and primate care staff will assess Carly over the next few days. If she gets the all clear and is settled enough, she'll be introduced to a new partner called Comet and can begin her new life in safe surroundings with company of her own kind. It's all systems go at the marmoset complex. Primate care team member Steph is preparing a bedroom for the imminent arrival of a young female common marmoset, another victim of the UK pet trade.
I want to throw up some extra perching because they tend to not be the most mobile. Any of the pet trade animals that come into us tend to be like that, but particularly if we know there's a history of rickets within that family group. So yeah, throwing up thicker branching, extra branching, so it's much easier for her to navigate the enclosure. I've got some nice, clean, soft marmoset blankets, which is these guys' favourite thing to cuddle up in at night, so we'll put some of those in her beds and just make sure everything in there is very sturdy and very sort of tied down. Hey, Reggie. Good boy, Reg.
The aim is for the new female to be partnered with Reggie, who lost his mate Jerry a few months ago.
Getting a new girlfriend. It's exciting.
She's called Jangles and is just 2 years old.
So yeah, we don't know that much about her other than her name, her age, and a little bit about her family's background. But I've seen a couple of pictures of her and she looks sort of bright enough in the face. Slightly bed hair, ear tufts, but quite a few of ours get that. So we're hopeful that we've got her young enough we can make a real difference in her life and give her the companionship she needs.
Steph and Reggie may be enjoying a sunny spring morning in Dorset, but 280 miles north, near Halifax in Yorkshire, Alison has had to battle through snowy conditions on her mission to collect Jangles.
It is simply spectacular here. We've come today to West Yorks. Quite a change from Dorset. It was sunny, but really beautiful, but not an environment for a marmoset, really. So we'll pick her up, take her down south and get her paired up, and hopefully everything will go smoothly and the family can rest assured that Jangles will be looked after.
Jangles had been living in a family group of 5 marmosets. Sadly, her parents and siblings have passed away, leaving Jangles alone. When her owner also passed on, Kevin, a friend and neighbour, stepped in to look after her, and then contacted Alison.
I mean, I'm gutted that the Jangles will be leaving, but I'm really looking forward to see how she develops with another family of marmosets. It's what she deserves, it's what she's got to have. If you want a pet, get a dog, get a cat. Primates should be with primates.
Good morning.
Morning.
Kevin.
How are you?
Good to meet you.
And you?
Jangles has an indoor and outdoor living space with some perching to move around on. The bedroom in the shed is heated, but unlikely to be sufficient in the current conditions.
Is it chillies in here?
Alison is keen to get as much information about the young marmoset as she can.
Is there any light inside of that shed?
With the exception of the ventilation shafts,
Yeah.
it's not total blackout, but it's probably
Yeah.
90%, 95% blackout.
Insufficient sunlight can lead to a condition called rickets, caused by a lack of vitamin D3. It's a disorder regularly found in pet trade marmosets.
Wow. Look at that breakfast tray.
There you go.
Was that put out this morning
No,
or last night?
No,
Yeah.
that's put out most days.
That's enough to feed an army of marmosets.
It's the variety.
I know.
Jangles' breakfast is a smorgasbord of items more commonly found in an upmarket hotel.
Right, so here we have some tinned peaches. I did try on normal peaches, but for some reason she didn't go for it. Selection of nuts, dry scrambled eggs, so there's no oil or anything in there. Banana, chopped up mango.
Okay.
This is a baby infant banana yogurt.
Okay.
And this one is a fruit medley yogurt.
That's fantastic. Thank you for explaining that. Yeah. No. Give our keepers a better idea of what she's used to.
As soon as she arrives at Monkey World, Jangles will be given a more appropriate diet, including insects and marmoset gum.
She's carrying a little bit of weight that I can see. Hard to tell what her mobility's like right now because it's a small area, but she's not shy. She came up and take a wax swarm off of me, so she's confident, which, you know, they've just done a really lovely job looking after her, so.
It's time to try and persuade Jangles into the travel box Alison's brought with her. Kevin feels the relationship and trust he's developed with the small monkey will make the task fairly straightforward.
Come on, let's go, girl. They're a good girl. Eh? Come on.
Excellent. Kevin's magic. Kevin and Jangles are the hot combo.
Okay.
The lure of waxworms does the trick. Within seconds, Jangles is safe and secure inside the crate. It's a 5-hour journey back to Dorset, and Alison is keen to get going. Time to say goodbye.
Tomorrow morning, all things being good, her mobility's good and everything, we'll introduce her to Reggie straight away.
Reggie's the
and
man.
She's fully mature, so no, it's time and a good thing. So really pleased we can offer her a good home for the rest of her life. So nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. No, pleasure. Pleasure.
Jangles was born at the home in Yorkshire. It's all she's ever known, so her new life will be a major upheaval. Kevin has enjoyed looking after her and is sorry to see her go, but knows he's made the right decision.
See ya.
Next stop, Dorset. A new start and a new male companion to share her life. Alison has just arrived at the park following a 5-hour journey from Yorkshire, where she collected a young female marmoset called Jangles. Up north, there was snow on the ground. Back in Dorset, the weather couldn't be more different.
All right. How's everybody?
Yeah, good.
How's Reggie?
Ready for some company, I think.
I think she is too.
Good.
This is Jangles. Oops.
Oh, hello. You're not as little as I thought you'd be.
No, she's full grown, and she's a
No,
bit,
I mean,
bit
yeah.
tubby. It was really cold today, like snow.
Yeah. Did she have any heating?
She did, but the shed was sort of a prefabricated plastic thing, so gaps and
Okay.
holes.
The primate houses at the park are maintained at around 22 degrees Celsius, so Jangles will be nice and cosy once she's in her new bedroom. Steph weighs the travel crate with Jangles inside.
Right, 3.06.
Once the marmoset is released, the team weigh the empty box to get a true reading. Steph puts one of Jangles' own comfort blankets into her new bedroom. The familiar smell and feel should make her feel more at home. Male Reggie is keen to get a glimpse of his potential new housemate. The two won't meet face to face tonight, although they will be able to see and hear each other through the mesh separating the bedrooms.
Right, you ready, Jangles? There we go.
Jangles is very vocal as she energetically explores her new surroundings.
Okay, mobility not so bad.
She moves well considering the small space she previously called home.
She's a lively one, but she seems to have settled down a bit now, and she's discovered a really soft fleecy blanket that we've got in the nest box, so she's just tucked herself up under that for now. But she looks all right. She's definitely got that kink in the spine that we see in pretty much all of our pet trade guys, from rickets, but with sort of hefty courses of D3 and the right care, we can prevent that from getting any worse, and hopefully she's young enough that we can do that with her. She is quite tubby. She's quite a big girl. Her weight's not terrible. She's 380 grams. Most of ours are in the sort of 350 to sort of 400. Couple that are a bit over 400. Those are our slightly larger ladies, particularly Rubes, who's in that category. So we'll try and get her eating her vegetables, eating the healthier foods over the next couple of weeks. And then we'll get her outside, try and get her to build up some muscle tone, and that should really make a difference in her physical condition.
Jangles will receive her first dose of vitamin D3 tonight. The team hopes she'll settle in well over the next few days and get used to the sight, smell and sound of the other marmosets around her. Then she can meet Reggie, potentially her new life companion. It's been a few days since Alison rescued a female marmoset called Jangles from a home in West Yorkshire. The small primate had a nervy start to life at the park, but now she's starting to blossom.
Jangles has really changed since she arrived. When she first came in, she was really, really shy. She was hiding away in the blanket, staying in the nest box. We would know that she would be going around the enclosure because the food would have been eaten, but as soon as anyone entered the house, she would be hidden away. So over the last couple of days, she's really come out of her shell, and yeah, she's doing really well.
Jangles had lived in a family group in the past, but had been living alone for some time. She was in desperate need of a companion, so the team have introduced her to Reggie, who recently lost his partner.
They've really hit it off, so Reggie's been going over to her, approaching her. They've had a few little grooming sessions, so it's really, really helped in her rehabilitation by putting her back with another marmoset.
Today, it's the next step in Jangles' rehabilitation.
Basically, we want to give them the outside access. We want to give them extra space to explore, to go outside. It's a bit overcast at the moment, but we are having some sunny spells. Now it's coming into spring, so hopefully they can enjoy each other's company outside as well. Reggie! Jangles!
Reggie is first to pop his head out. A quick check that the coast is clear, and he heads outside.
Come on, Jangles!
With a little vocal encouragement from Sian, Jangles soon appears.
Good boy, Reg. Hi, Jangles. Oh, that's a good girl. Oh, well done.
She's a little wary and nervous at first. The large outside enclosure, with all its branching and natural foliage, is vastly different from what she's used to. But Reggie is being a perfect housemate.
Oh, contact calls.
Giving her plenty of encouragement. And soon, Jangles is exploring. Taking in all the different sights, smells and noises.
She's doing really well. So Reggie came out first and then she followed quite quickly. She's going in and outside of the house, so she's using the cat flaps really well. And she is just going back and forth, just making sure she's looking at her surroundings. But yeah, she seems to be really enjoying it at the moment, which is great.
Jangles appears happy and content in her new home. She's going to need to increase her strength and coordination to get around all the branching, but she has plenty of time for that. And When she's had enough, she can always cuddle up to Reggie back indoors. It's Friday afternoon, and Alison's just finishing up a phone call with an RSPCA officer from Wales who she's worked with before.
We'll go from there. All right. I hope it goes well. Thank you. Oh, okay.
It's disturbing news. The animal welfare officer has been alerted by a local landlord whose tenant has moved out, leaving behind what he thinks is a red-bellied tamarin. The tenant has left no instructions and has effectively abandoned the tiny primate.
If that's the case, of course, this is a big concern. You know, the tamarin requires specialist care, companionship, an indoor and outdoor enclosure, and it sounds like everything is wrong with this individual, so I'm quite concerned, but I can have a look at some of the images now just to see.
The RSPCA officer has sent Alison photographs and some phone video of the monkey.
And it is a red-bellied or white-lipped tamarin in what appears to be a cage inside of a bedroom. So that's just crazy. There's an empty, filthy food bowl, a water bottle that's almost empty, and then one that's completely empty. And that's just very sad and tragic.
Alison can't ignore a primate in such desperate need. She's agreed to take the tamarin until the authorities come to a decision about its future.
We've got marmosets racked and stacked here at the park from the British pet trade, and even throughout the last year and lockdowns and so on, I still have emergency rescues coming in. We'll definitely find some place to put him or her. At least we can get the tamarin here to the park, feed it properly, look after it and assess it, and get the vets in to do a health check on it. But it's awful.
The small monkey team has been alerted, and it's all hands on deck to prepare a temporary home for the tamarin.
We've got the end bedrooms at the domestic marmoset house, which have served as a bit of a welcome rooms for quite a few newbies over the last sort of few months. We've had capuchins in here, you know, we've had Lima in here, we've had a lot of different bits and pieces, so we're currently, refurbing them and making them tamarin friendly.
The red-bellied tamarin, a native of the Amazon rainforest, will be an unfamiliar addition to the small monkeys already at the park.
So the tamarin we're getting in is actually a species we don't currently have at the park. We've got the pair of cotton tops is what we have at the moment, Uncas and Mo. We rarely get pet trade tamarins. So it'll be interesting to see if we can dig into where exactly she's come from, who's sold her, who's breeding them, and try and find out a bit more about her.
The team have a very tight window to get everything ready. Alison has just received confirmation from the RSPCA. The tamarin will arrive tomorrow. It's late in the evening, and an RSPCA officer has just arrived at the park with a red-bellied tamarin, abandoned at a home in Wales.
Here we are.
Oh, wow. Okay.
First impressions of the small primate aren't good.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, beautiful, aren't you?
Don't know if it's male or female yet. There's an injury potentially on the left foot, so we'll have to have a look at that. Really concerned about what her nutrition was. The environment was appalling. A bit concerned about how her guts and her stomach and her digestion is, but let's get her over to the house right now.
The team want to settle the tamarin into its new home as quickly as possible. They've prepared a bedroom at the marmoset complex, where they'll be able to observe and assess the animal over the next few hours. He or she will need time to acclimatise to the new surroundings, and a lot of noisy neighbours. Steph takes the opportunity to weigh the tamarin before offering it some tasty waxworms to eat.
Look at that. Feed
Oh
me.
my goodness.
Hungry.
Tasty. Oh, good girl.
She's starving.
Yeah.
She looks ravenous. Her behavior is very clear that she hasn't been fed properly. I mean, she doesn't look scrawny, although the legs and the tail do, but she's sort of bloated. But that might be a sign that she's eaten too much of this dry prep diet in an inappropriate way and is now sort of bloated. It'll be interesting to see what she's like in the coming days.
Steph moves the tamarin into the prepared temporary bedroom.
Good fingers, thank you. Hi, do you want to come out? You'll be okay.
The small monkey is relaxed and confident enough to explore, even with Steph still in the bedroom. She's not sure of its sex, so takes a good look.
Yeah, she's female.
Steph shares Alison's concerns.
She's interesting looking. She looks quite ratty. She's got missing bits of fur here, there and everywhere. Nails look overly long, particularly on her feet. Looks to be a girl. Yeah, had a pretty good look, and yeah, it looks like we have got a female. A very strange stomach. She's quite big and swollen and built a bit oddly. Whether that's just bad diet, bad nutrition. But she's moving around okay, a little bit of bunny hopping, so some indication of rickets. She's just immediately taken D3 in some waxworms, which will help. But she's navigating the enclosure quite well, and she loves waxworms. What's this? Ooh. What's that? Wanna come and see?
As a goodnight treat, Steph offers the tiny tamarin a juicy locust.
Hi. Oh my goodness, yep.
Oh, crunch.
Straight into the head.
The team will keep a close eye on the new arrival over the coming days and monitor her health and diet before deciding her future. It's been just over a week since Alison took in a red-bellied tamarin abandoned by its owner and rescued by the RSPCA. The small primate is the only one of its kind at the park. The team have named her Red, and she's settling in well to her new life at Monkey World.
Her personality has really been shining through. I think she was just really lonely because whenever we come over to give her attention or to give her some food, she's straight over. She loves a chat. And she's not doing it in sort of a worried way or a concerned way at all. She just comes over and starts chatting to you because I think she's so starved for company. And yeah, she's just a pretty confident little lady. She loves her insects, absolutely loves them, particularly crickets. When I first brought one of those out to show her, she was so excited. But yeah, she's a really nice, chilled out little girl and very, very sociable character.
Red had been abandoned in a cage at a rented flat in Wales. The RSPCA, called in by the property's landlord, contacted Alison for help. The tamarin didn't have a good diet, little water, and had a swollen stomach. When she arrived at the park, the care team noticed her feces contained large amounts of sawdust and she was continuously drinking, which raised alarm bells.
She does still drink a little bit more than everybody else does on average, but that can also be a learned behaviour out of boredom and hopefully not a diet thing, because now that she's getting the proper diet, the drinking has become much more stable. Her stomach looks a lot less sort of hard and bloated now, so I think it's mostly, touch wood, sorted itself out.
But before any further decisions are made about Red's future, she needs a health check. Local vet Dave Harding has arrived to carry out Red's medical examination. If she gets the all clear, the team will start thinking about where she can be housed and finding her some company. Vital for all primates. Red is put under with gas, using a specially constructed anaesthetic box for small primates. Dave examines her abdomen, looking for any signs of bloating.
It feels okay. I mean, it feels like there's a fair bit of food in there, but it's not. It's nothing terribly hard or worrying.
A relief for the team. Next, he checks her teeth.
Just looks like there's a slight chip on the right canine.
The tamarin's molars are worn down and stained, a sign of her age. She isn't a youngster. Dave examines her back legs and has concerns.
That left seems to extend quite nicely, and the right seems to get so far, and then I wonder what the position of that patella is, actually, because it does look abnormal. Right, should we get some x-rays next, then? Yeah. Okay.
The pictures should help Dave understand what's causing the mobility issue with Red's right leg.
Okay. That's interesting. Now, the x-rays show that she's At some stage, we suspect that there's been some sort of traumatic incident that's just slightly dislocated her knee, so it can't extend properly. So everything is now set in that position. So short of sort of major reconstructive surgery, which is not terribly practical, it might be something she has to live with. So it may be that giving her painkillers might just help her use that leg a bit more. We'll just have to see, really.
It's worrying for her future healthcare, but something the team can probably manage with medication and by adapting the branching in Red's living areas to make it easier for her to move around. The tamarin is returned to the house to recover. When the blood results come back, the care team can begin to plan the next stage of Red's future and consider who might make a suitable companion.